Aloha, YouTube investors. How is everybody doing today? My name is David Jansen. Today is February 13th, Saturday, 2021, and the day before Valentine's Day, actually, so I hope you remembered to get your other half something for Valentine's, or something special anyway. And I hope you stay safe and healthy out there, having a great weekend. But we are going to be looking at my Fidelity account here. We're going to be looking at the winners and losers for yesterday and how my portfolio is performing all the time. Probably going to do this about once a week. I did just release my trackyourdividends.com video if you'd like to check that out. And I also have videos on how M1 Finance and Robinhood both performed in 2020. I'll have cards for those at the end of the video for you to check out. But around the 1 minute mark, you can check out, there'll be a link card pop up for you to check out a little bit later on the goal that I just reached with my dividend tracker video. That shows all the holdings that I have, all 50 holdings that I have, with the few brokerage accounts that I use. But my three main brokerage accounts that I use, as you can see here, one of them is Fidelity. This is an individual account, more of a dividend growth portfolio, as I am a dividend investor. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And remember, I am not a financial advisor, an accountant, or an economist. So please do your own research when it comes to investing in the stock market, as it is risky business. Not every company has as much risk as another company does. That's why you want to do your own research, so to make sure that you're investing in the best companies that fit your investment strategy and don't just follow along with what someone else says. So, and please subscribe to the channel as well too. There is a thumbs up button there for you to like the video, and please feel free to share with your family and friends. I do want to thank everybody who continues to subscribe, but continues to support my channel and like my videos, and who have shared with other people that they think it might be helpful for, or maybe inspirational. So, but with my Fidelity account here, you can see I have a little over $7,900 in it. It is an individual account. You can see my total gains and losses for yesterday, Friday, February 12th. Not too bad, 0.08%. It was the losses, about $6.35. And then if we click on my individual positions here, I was just paid a dividend recently here. And I have been picking up, adding to shares of Lockheed Martin, but then Verizon also was kind of trading lower throughout the week, so I did add to Verizon as well too. I did move this portfolio from M1 Finance. I originally started this account, this dividend growth portfolio, with M1 Finance in July of 2019. And then because of some things with M1 Finance and my personal growth in investing, as I had kind of gone over the 1 year mark of investing, I'm still under 2 years, but I'd gone over the 1 year mark, I decided to move from my individual account from M1 Finance over to Fidelity. I still have my Roth IRA with M1 Finance, and I really, really like M1 Finance. I love the slices and the pies and creating all that type of stuff, and it's so organized and put together. But Fidelity, I think, had a little bit more to offer for me, so that's why I moved over. So I'll leave a card for you somewhere around the 4 minute mark, a link that'll pop up where you can see me closing my... Actually, I'll leave it for the playlist, my Fidelity playlist that you can click on, and it shows this whole transfer process on moving from one brokerage to another. So, but just looking at my individual holdings here, AbbVie just paid me a dividend. If I click on activities and orders up here, it will show you, click on history, it will show you the activity. AbbVie just paid a dividend of $10.95 for the number of shares that I own with them, which isn't a whole lot. At one point, I had gotten in with AbbVie at around mid-90s, I believe. And then all of a sudden the price dropped down to about $85, $86, $87. So my average share price fell to $87.67 per share. And so now I own just a little over 8 shares. Fidelity does do fractional shares, which is another reason why I liked them over some other brokerages, because the majority of all my stocks that I've bought with fractional shares. Probably 90% I've bought with fractional shares. Of course, I do own some holdings that were in my Robinhood account And in this one that are, only trading like $10, $20, $30 and stuff like that, those I will buy, one full share of. But not having a lot of money and not having one of the more larger type accounts that you see with some other people that might have, $80,000 or $300,000 or $2 million invested in the stock market. I'm not one of those ones. I'm a small-time YouTuber and a small-time investor. Like I said, I've been doing this under 2 years, officially starting in, I believe it was the end of May of 2019. And that was my Robinhood account. So, and then Robinhood actually opened in June, but I was using Stash and Acorns, those two apps, in April and May, and then I moved over to M1 Finance and Robinhood and now Fidelity. So for the day, you can see the green is, of course, the winners of the day, and then the red is the losers. You can see Disney was down for the day, but overall, you can see this says total gains and losses, or today's gains and losses, and then total gains and losses. And that is one thing that I don't like about M1 Finance. I mean, not M1 Finance, Fidelity, that M1 Finance and Robinhood provide, is that you can see today's gains, you can see total gains, and you can also see for the year, for the quarter, for the week as well. So I would like to see Fidelity do something like that. It does help for YouTube as well, too, when you're doing these videos. So, but Disney was down for the day. Consolidated Edison, this utility company, was down for the day, as well as IBM. I did pick up a little bit more of IBM the week before, just fractional shares, so now I'm up over 5.5 shares with IBM. As far as other losers, we have Lockheed Martin, which I've been dollar cost averaging into them as well too. So my average share price is at $355 now. I would love to get it all the way down to $337, but like I've mentioned, I don't have a lot of money. And I do have some other holdings that trade on the low as well too that I would like to dollar cost average into as well. So as far as total and for the day, it's just been not doing well for Lockheed Martin, but it is a great company with a nice dividend yield that I really, really like in general, and I plan on holding on to them for the long term. NVIDIA was down for the day, but you can see I'm up over 20% all time with them. Pepsi down for the day, but I'm barely up over 0.5% with them all time. And then AT&T had a little bit of a nice day. This doesn't always happen with AT&T, but all time I'm down with them. I still own 14 shares. And like I've said in previous videos, I like AT&T under $30. If they break out and their debt really starts to decrease, they're not just refinancing their debt, but it starts to decrease, and the stock price starts to go up, then I probably wouldn't mind adding in the 30s. But as it's trading under $30 right now, under $29 right now, I would like to add to them. But Verizon was pretty low last week and the week before, so I've been adding to them. Originally, I think I was about 3 or 4 shares. Now I'm up to 9 shares. And all time, I'm still down a little bit with them. My average share price, $55.12. So I would like to add to them next week. Lockheed Martin and Verizon are the two that I'm looking at adding into next week if they continue to trade in the red like this. So this is my Fidelity account. If you have any questions about these holdings and stuff like that, feel free to ask. This little E and D that you see next to the ticker symbols here is earnings and dividends. So Ed is about to announce their earnings, as well as Ecolab. Disney did their earnings last week, so I'm going to do a video on them. And the same thing with Coca-Cola and Pepsi. So as those are kind of rivals, so I'll do one video with those combined. Tesla is my main moneymaker, I guess you will, in this portfolio. I don't own a lot of them, not even a half a share. If it gets over $200 in gains again, I'm probably going to take profits from it. The first time I took profits from it when I had gains of over $200 and I bought Costco. So if I do that again this time, more than likely I'll put it into Lockheed Martin, seeing as how they're trading low. All time, you can see not too bad returns all time with all these holdings in Fidelity, as I'm over 10% gains all time with these and over $700. So this one's not doing too bad. I did just do M1 Finance, winners and losers. You can check that video out, and a card link will pop up over here at around the 10-minute mark for you as well. So I hope you have a great weekend, everybody. Mahalo and aloha.